Check.
It is now 17:34. Should go up to 18:34, 1 hour. Or we have to cut. Shall we start? Pitre brahmopadeshtre me gurave daivataaya cha prapyaya prapakayastu namah srinidhaye namaha Shriman Venkatanathāryaha Kavitarkika Kesari Vedantacharya Varyo me Samnidhattam Sada Hridi Putrine Chitachit Pitra पौत्रिणे परमेष्ठिना सृषावते जगन्मात्रा वात्स्याय गुरवे नमः। यस्मिन् पदं व्यतिपदेर्वदनारविन्दात् निष्क्रामदेव निधदे निगमान्तभाष्यं तस्यैव तं भगवतः प्रियभागिनेयं वन्दामहे वरदविष्णुपदाभिधेयं सत्कुर्वता संसति शिष्यवर्गान् अनन्यलभ्यैरखिलैस्वचिन्नैः श्रीभाष्यसिंहासनमात्मनीनं यस्मै च दत्तं यतिशेखरेण योरित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। हरिः ओम्। यः पूर्व्याय वेधसे नवीयसे सुमज्जानये विष्णवे ददाशति यो जातमस्य महतो महिब्रवात् सेदुश्रवोभिर्युज्यञ्चिदभ्यसत् तमुस्तोतारपूर्यं यथा विदर्तस्य गर्भगो हविषा पिपर्तना आस्य जानन्तो नामचिद्विभक्तना बृहत्ते विष्णो सुमतिं भजामहे इन्दुणै पदुमत्तलर्महळ் तनक्कु मिन्बन् நற்புவிதனக்கிறைவன் தன் துணையாயர் பாவைனப்பின்னை தனக்கிரை மற்றையோர்க்கு எல்லாம் வன் துணை பஞ்ச பாண்டவர்க்காகி வாயுரை தூது சென்று எங்கும் என் துணை என் துணை என் துணை எந்த தந்தை தம்மானை திருவல்லிக்கேணி கண்டேனே प्रेयस्या पद्मजायाः मधुरसहचरं साधुभूमीश्वरं तं स्वप्राणी स्वप्राणाभिरंश्यां प्रभुमथ चताथेष सर्वासहायं पञ्चानां पाण्डुजानां मुखज वचनदौत्यकृत्ये चरन्तं मत्साहाय्यं ददानं मदिनकुलपतिं कैरविण्यामपश्यम्। अलमन्नु मडल सुरिसंगमेडुत्तडलाळियिनाल अणियारुरुविन पुलमन्नु वडंपुन कोंगयिनाळ पुरतीरमुनाळ அடுவாளமரில் பல மன்னர் படச் சுடராழியினை பகலோன் மறையப் பணிகொண்டு அணிசேர் நிலமன்னனுமாய் உலகண்டவனுக்கிடம் மாமலையாவது நீர்மலையே திவ்யே தேகே விதர்த்தும் ஹலமபி ஜலஜம் ஹரஜுட்டஸ்தனாயாக பாரம் தூரே விதாதும் பகுர்பகனனே भूमि देव्यापुरा तत् दिव्यचक्रं प्रशास्तु सुमहति समरे सूर्यसंच्छादनाय लोकान् गोप्तुश्च राज्ञः वसतिरधिपतेः त्वय पृथ्वीधरोऽयं यदप्सुते सरस्वती गोष्वश्वेषु यन्मधु तेन मे वाजिनीवति मुखमंधि सरस्वती नमस्सदसे एतर्ह्यत्र विष्णुमोहन फाउंडेशन संस्थायां तद् निर्वाहकैः आज्ञप्तेन दासेन भगवन् महिमान् भगवतः नाम्नः महिमानम् अधिकृत्य स्वयम् उपन्यासः साम्प्रति प्रस्तूयते। समेयं समाहितचित्ता भूयास्त भूत्वेमम् उपन्यासं संशृणुध्वं श्रुत्वा च तस्यैव भगवतः अखिलाण्ड ब्रह्माण्ड कोटिनायकस्य श्रीमतः रुक्मिणीसनाथस्य पार्थसारथेः कृपया अखिलान् अभीष्टान् हितान् मनोरथान् सम्प्राप्य Samedhamana vibhavaha sakaputra pautra mitra kalatra bandhavaha Shatayushaha samullasata ityashasya Acharya Karunavalambi imam upanyasam arabhe. Good evening to all of you that have assembled to listen to this lecture on the greatness of Bhagavan Nama. I am extremely grateful for this opportunity given to me by Swamiji and Vishnu Mohan Foundation. That is why I did not opt out despite the throat that is not cooperating that much well. It has been cooperating so well for the last so many days, but for the last 4 days it has sought rest from me. I had given rest till today morning and didn't want to miss this. Kindly bear with me for the throat which is not cooperating with me. Number one. Number 2 point, this greatness of the Nama, name of the Lord, is a topic which is as old as Rigveda. So let me start from the Rigveda. Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada, while writing the commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama, has quoted 2 verses from Rigveda, which exclusively are meant for giving us the importance of the Nama of the Lord. I will start from there. There is the same 2 verses are found in Yajurveda also. But Bhagavad-pada has quoted it from Rigveda because the sanctity and ancientness of the argument can be well understood. So always we say Rigveda is the oldest of the Vedas. Though these verses are mostly same, there is a small difference in the last quarter of the 2nd verse to be quoted now in Rigveda. First I will read the shloka as we chant in Yajurveda, because I am an Yajurveda student. Yah purvyaya vedhase naviyase sumajjanaye vishnave dadashati yo jatamasya mahato mahibhravaat se dushravo viryujjanchidabhyasat Tamustota purya yatha vidartasya garbhadu havisha vipartana asya jananto namachid vivaktana bhagatte vishno sumatim bhajamahe. This is how we chant it in Yajurveda. But the Rigvedans chant, as I told you earlier, with a different reading in the last quarter of the 2nd verse. Brahate Vishnu Sumatim Bhajamahe is in Yajurveda reading. The same is chanted as Mahaste Vishnu Sumatim Bhajamahe in Rigveda. There is no significant difference in the meaning. It is quite interesting how the commentators of Veda comment on this. Bhagavad-pada has quoted this in his Vishnu Sahasranama commentary and has given his own commentary also. The commentators on Veda for Yajurveda, Bhatta Bhaskara, comments here thus: anybody who wants to offer something to the Lord, who is very ancient and who created the whole world only by his sankalpa. The Lord said, let the world be, the world was there. He didn't need any support. Yaha apurvyaya vedhase, naviyase. At the same time, though the Lord who created the universe should be older than the universe, so very old, he is till young only. He is always very young, naviyas. And if somebody wants to please this Lord, who is the husband of Lakshmi, that is very interesting thing. Sumajjanaye Vittave. Sumajjani, husband of goddess Lakshmi. That is the identification for the supreme deity. Because he happens to be the husband of Lakshmi, he is the supreme. Sumajjanaye Vittave Dadasati. Those who want to chant his greatness, they should first assemble and appreciate the greatness of him. They should be ready for that. This is how the first stanza says. The second verse says, those who want to praise him, those who want to offer something to this Lord who is like the child in the womb of mother, unseen but felt, you should first learn to understand his names. All names you can't understand and appreciate. At least whatever name you know, you chant that. That is the best way to reach him. That is the best way to get jnana and then salvation, moksha. So saying, the Veda ends up, O Lord Vishnu, we do a big namaskara for you. This is how simply, literally, this is the way Bhatta Bhaskara has given the interpretation. But Bhagavad Pada, as a commentator, he is known for it, says, Veda called and advised us to chant his name. That is the way to get salvation. That is the first step for salvation. That will lead to you knowledge, which will take you to moksha. But listeners never worried about chanting the name. You know, in our Harikatha Karakshepams, if the audience starts discussing with them, mutually among them, then Veda says, Anye vadantu va mava vadantu. All right, you people will not open your mouth when it comes to chanting the name of the Lord. Let me at least chant the name of the Lord. Let me at least chant. So saying the Vedas, Vishnu vayamte sumatim bhajamage. We worship you, the Lord, it says. This is actually the greatness of the Nama, because it is a simple upaya, but people never respond to it properly. That is the position from the days of Rigveda. That is how Shankara Bhagavad Pada comments beautifully there. But what is the greatness of Lord himself? That he is the husband of Lakshmi. Not only that, there is a sloka in Mahabharata. Bhishma says this during the Rajasuya Yaga, when the first honor was offered to Krishna, and Shishupala raised his objections for that. He says the person sitting here is none other than the greatest Lord, Supreme Deity, who has 1000 names. Devaha Nama Sahasravan. Many of the people here, or many of the listeners, know Sanskrit, who have basically can appreciate that Nama Sahasravan means person having 1000 names. Or if you take Sahasra to mean countless, infinity, they will understand this expression as Naamotsavam, infinite names, the Lord of infinite names. Krishna, Bhishma points out to Krishna and tells the audience, this is the supreme deity with 1,000 names. But Parasara Bhattar puts a beautiful explanation for this name. Naamotsavam, he says, this person adorned by 1,000 names. What is the difference between being adorned by 1,000 names and possessing 1,000 names? Naamotsavam is in possession of 1,000 names is okay, nothing wrong in our translation. But why should Parasara Bhattar say he is adorned by 1,000 names? That is because in Sanskrit, the suffix matup, the one here is that suffix matup, is used in 10 senses. One of the 10 senses say, when you put the suffix matup to somebody's item, that shows that he is adorned by that. Suppose we say that the gentleman with coat comes there. The gentleman wearing coat comes there. It doesn't mean mere wearing the coat. It means that he only wears the coat and he is the supreme there. That he is adorned by the coat. The coat gives him prominence. This is one of the senses of the Matu Pratyaya. When you say Hanuman, Hanumino is this portion of cheek. Hanuman is called one having cheeks. You and me also have cheeks. So we also possess cheeks. Then what is the difference between Hanuman possessing cheek and being called possessor of cheek is, it indicates that he is a great, strong warrior. Are you getting me? Hanuman is one having protruding cheeks. That is all right. But it means actually, as per Sanskrit grammar, it means one who is adorned by cheeks, protruding cheeks. These cheeks got protruded to Hanuman for what reason? As a child he jumped and wanted to swallow sun, thinking that it was a tasty fruit for him. Indra came there, took his vajra and bet Anjaneya. Anjaneya fell, not able to withstand this beating, and during that accident his cheek got protruded. So, when we say Hanuman with protruding cheeks, we mean the warrior who was warrior even as he was born. That indicates that incident. That is why when we say Hanuman possessing cheeks, does not mean merely he had cheeks. It means he was adorned by cheeks, a speciality was given to him by the cheeks. Similarly, when it comes to the Lord, we say the Lord had 1,000 names. Does not merely say 1,000 names. He is the only one adorned with 1,000 names. Why we say so? Because the names have got more power than the Lord. That is why we say Lord is adorned by the name. In Vishnu Dharma, there is another text. The same Devo Naamotsavam is given in a different expression as Sahasra Shubhanamanam Adidevam Ajamparam. Ajam Vibhum Ajamparam. Now, let us appreciate this. How we can appreciate this simply is by going to Tirupati. We have only finished the Margadi season just now. Andal, we say Andal stable verses are the seeds for Vedas. Someone asked me, is it not a highly exaggerated expression? When we say Rig Veda going down to 5000 BC or so, and we say Andal's Tirupavi was composed one in 732 AD, how dare you say Andal's expressions are the seeds for Vedas? I had this doubt also earlier. Then my father clarified. He told me, he showed me one fruit, mango fruit, and asked me how many seeds are there in mango fruit. One mango fruit has got only one seed. Then he asked me, how many mango fruits are in this mango fruit? I said one. He said, nonsense. You put the seed in the earth, sow it, and you will get infinity mango fruits from that. So when we say Andal's expressions are seeds for Vedas, if you properly understand, you will understand thousands and thousands of Vedic statements. If you understand that. That is the meaning of that seed here. Seed contains, one seed of mango fruit contains many mango fruits. But one mango fruit will contain only one seed. So when he explained to this, I felt the greatness of the expression, and that is why now to express the greatness of the name, after Rig Veda and Mahabharata, let us go and take asylum at the feet of Andal, who expresses the greatness of the name beautifully by 3 steps. The first verse of Tirupavai, all of you know. It says, Margadi Tingal, Madhirandan Annada, Nirada Podivir, Podivino Neridir, Sirmalgamai Padi Chelva Chirmirgal, Kurvel Kodundalan Nandagoban Kumaran, Yarandakandi Aso the Ilam Singham, Carmeni Sangan Kadir Madhyam Bol Mahatan, Narayanane Namakke Paraidarwan, Paro Bhagadapadi. It describes about Lord Narayana, who has incarnated as Lord Krishna in that higher body Gokulam, and says he is none other than the Lord himself. So let us worship the Lord. That is the first stage. Worship the Lord. Then the second verse, how she develops, you see. Vayattu Vaalvirgal, Naamum nam Pavekki Cheyyam Kesagal Keliro, Parkadalul Payattu Indra Paraman Adipadi. First verse, she mentioned worshipping the Lord. Now Lord has gone. Now worshipping us, his feet has come. Though his feet are greater than the Lord. Let us not go above the feet. Just hold the feet, that will help you. So it is always we say we want to hold the feet of the Lord only. We want to hold hand of the Lord, shoulder of the Lord, those things. Nothing above the feet is needed for us. So first verse, she puts the Lord, the greatest soul, describes him. In the second verse, she describes his feet as the target of our upasana. Then comes the third verse in Tirupavai. Here she describes Trivikramatara and says, Ongi Ulagananda Uttaman Pair Body. You see the difference. First song, worship the Lord. Second verse, you praise the feet of the Lord. Third verse, you praise the name of the Lord. So she puts Lord, better than Lord is his feet, better than his feet, his names, they are more great. Why does she say so? Here, beautiful commentary has been given by our acharyas. Lord is great, no doubt about it. His names are also great, no doubt. But the difference is, Lord is like a golden biscuit. His names are like golden jewels. What is the difference between golden biscuit and golden jewels? We always, gold price is going on every day. Crossed 60,000, 61,000, something we say. So, from the date of written history till date, that yellow metal is needed by everybody. We are after that yellow metal. Now platinum has come into vogue, that yellow metal has got its own greatness. If you possess yellow metal, you are richest person at any time. So you can have that yellow metal in the form of biscuits in your almara, Godrej almara. Price will go on increasing. So your value will go on increasing in rupees. But your wife says, I want to go to a marriage tomorrow. I want to have the necklace. But you have got no golden necklace, everything in golden biscuit you have got. How can I wear this biscuit and go to the marriage? If we had only purchased this money using for which you use for these golden biscuits and got me a necklace, I would have gone there at the marriage, post his necklace and enjoyed. Husband said, see, I have kept it in golden biscuit because for emergency, in any emergency situation, it will help us. He said, even if we had kept in the form of necklace, it would have helped us. Even necklace could be pledged, we could have got the money. But in the process, I would have gone decorated with the golden necklace. Now I have missed it. So, Lord, you can't just go near him. Enjoying him is not that easy for us because he is in the biscuit form. His name is in the jewel form. The jewel name can be chanted by you and you can enjoy the presence of Lord. Lord gives security in bad days in the form of golden biscuit. Jewels also do that. In fact, let us have a poetic comparison. What is that? The ladies who saw the Lord in person lost their saris. Gopikas, they put the saris at the bank of Yamuna and went to take bath. When mischievous Lord Krishna appeared there and took away all the saris and sat on the branch of a tree, they had to shed tears, beg him, and then get the saris for them. This is known to us, Vasra Bhajan Leela, Gopi Vasra Bhajan Leela. Andal has sung 10 verses, the feeling of those Gopikas. Read it. At the same time, you will come to Draupadi. She didn't see the Lord. Lord was in Dwaraka. She was there in Hastinapura when that evil dice game took place. They said she had become a slave. She didn't accept it. But they want to do vengeance and see that her femininity is got disrespect, brought to disrespect. So Dushasana, mighty Dushasana, wanted to remove her sari. Now the Lord is not there. She is in Hastinapura Sabha. Gopikas were there before the Lord. But their saris were taken away by the Lord. Now here is a lady in Hastinapura and Lord is at Dwaraka. When Dushasana pulls off her saris, she says, Ha Krishna Dwaraka Vasin, Twasi Yadava Nandana. Where are you, Krishna? Please give me protection. And she gets saris of kilometers length. Dushasana got tired. He could not do anything. This is the greatness of the name of the Lord. Draupadi chanted his name and got saris. Gopikas saw him in person, lost their saris. So which is better for you, tell me? The argument is very simple. No, there was a Pandaram, you know Pandaram? Nowadays we don't see them. They will go in the street singing their own small veena-like thing, instrument, and sing. Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai, you might have heard of him. He was the guru of Dr. Umesh Swaminathan here. He was sitting in the front portico of his house when one Pandaram sang in Tamil and took arms. He was singing like this, Vattagakku Yanakku Vidayil Orara Mail Duram, which virtually means between camel and elephant there is 1,000 miles of distance. Huh? Are you getting? Vattagakku Yanakku, I have put the picture also for you. 1,000 miles separate camel and elephant. But in between there is sari business. Vijayashree Pillai could not understand the meaning of this song. He is such a great scholar. He sat and said, Vattagakku Yanakku Orayira Mail Dooram Ana Idayil Nadakkudu Podavai Vyaparam Ding 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 Ding. So he called that Pandaram and said, what is the meaning of this song you are singing? Please tell me. He said, Swami, only you are supposed to tell Tamil scholar. I can only sing and beg, take alms. No, I don't understand. Please tell me the meaning of this if you know. He said, I don't know. But there is my Guru Pandaram. If you are willing to come, I will take you to him. He may explain. So they went to that Guru Pandaram. Guru Pandaram said, I also don't know the meaning. I have been chanting. And I thought people like you will explain. Now you are also saying you don't know. Then Vijayashree Pillai said, there is no solution for this. Said, there is one very old Pandaram, Guru Pandaram of all the Gurus. He sits in the island here nearby. I will take you there. They went. And Swaminathan asked him, Vijayashree Pillai asked that Guru Pandaram, what is the meaning of this song? He said, you don't understand. Vattai means Dwara. Vattai means Dwara. Vattai in Tamil, in Sanskrit is called Dwara. Opening. Vattai means Dwarakai. Yane in Sanskrit Hasti, elephant. So Hastinapuram. Distance between Dwaraka and Hastinapuram was 1,000 miles. But in between, when she chanted Govinda, business of saris flew. The cost paid for sari was only Sankirtana, Rama Sankirtana. And she got innumerable saris. That is what the meaning of the song is. Vattagakku Yanakku Idayil Orayira Mail Dooram. Alal Ange Nadakkudu Podavai Vyavaram. Thank you, said Meenakshi Pillai, and gave him some 10 rupees those days. And said, you have solved a big riddle. I never understood the meaning of this song. It's so beautiful. That what is the meaning? Even if the Lord is far away, and we are far away, He is not far away, He is everywhere. We don't realize that. But even if we are not realizing that He is so close and we think that He is far away, we will not be able to see Him. But if we chant His name, that will give us the relief. So, Lord is always far away for many of us. But chanting His name is so close to us. So it will fetch us whatever we need. Now come and tell me, is the Lord better or His names? So there is no argument further. See, in those days, they used to Charaka Samhita, which is the greatest literature for India in Ayurvedic medicine. Sushruta and Charaka, they had even surgery done. Plastic surgery was also known to them. There, Charaka Samhita, it is said, whatever you do, whatever medicine you give to the person, please chant the names of the Lord. I also do that nowadays. The tablets we take, we don't know which tablet is what because they gave it such a pattern that if we tire, we forget, we don't see the names. And even with after cataract operation also, with even reading glass, I will not be able to see that. They type printed in such a fashion. So we did swallow. But we don't know which medicine doctor prescribed, which the medical shop gave, whether we are swallowing the same or not. But we always hope that will cure us, because we should give the side support by chanting his name. Govindaya Namaha. Achyutananda Govinda Naamotsavam Bhajans. Nashyanti Sagala Rogaha Satyam Satyam Vara. I also suffered from simple condition of throat some 10 years ago in Vadur, when we were chanting Vedas. That was Ekadasi day. One of the gentlemen who had come to chant Vedas told me, please listen to me. Take water. Make 3 sips of water. Achyutananda Govinda. Come, you will be all right. Throat will be clear. Please listen to me, he said. I went and did this. I was all right. Now you will be surprised that the faith with which you chant the name will relieve you of all your problems. Now let us come to, it is already 18:12. So we are at the off the way, we have crossed that. Another 20 minutes are left with us. There is an anecdote concerning Kanchi Mahaperiva. He was camping in 1950s when I was 4 or 5 years old. But this anecdote is very popular. He was chanting in Rayapeta, camping in Rayapeta. And it was a Pradosha day. He was supposed to take bath and offer special puja to Lord Chandramoulishwar. So, he was trying. Dhanvantri Ayurvedo Narayano Harihi Bhagavan. Narayano Harihi, he is the Bheshajam Bishak. He is the medicine and he is the doctor. Now we are discussing medicine. Bhagavan Nama is the biggest medicine. So when in 1950, around that time, Kanchi Mahaperival was camping here in Rayapeta. On a Pradosha day, he got some viral temperature flu, high temperature. And he had to take bath and then perform the Mahapradosha Puja. He was ready for that. But the doctors who came to see his health condition said they would not suggest his taking bath. They said, unless temperature goes away, you should not take bath, even in hot water. We will not prescribe that. Sorry, today's Pradosha Puja should be done by somebody else. At that time there was no junior Swamiji for him. He was himself junior only. But he said, so many people will come, this is a big city in Madras. And I have to do that Mahapradosha Puja. Give me some tablet so that I can withstand. They said, how can we do that? Your temperature is so high. It can't run the risk. Unless temperature subsides, you can't do anything. Then he sent away the doctors. He called one of his assistants. He said, go to Chitrakulam. That is a Kabalishwara temple's Kulam. Around that in the evening, you can see many people, Brahmin Pandits will be thronging, discussing their programs. Please tell them to come immediately here. Tell them I request them to come here immediately. For what purpose? Only to chant Vishnu Sahasranama. Please ask them to come. Then because Swamiji invites, they went. Similarly, words were given to Shiva Vishnu temple and other places where normally the Purohits congregate. By 4:30 p.m., some 100 Purohits had come. And Amiji said, please chant Vishnu Sahasranama. They went on chanting, non-stop. Shuklam, Bhadram, Vishnu, 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 Bhatkaro, Buddha, Bhamivat, Prabhu. It started at 4. Around 5:30, Swamiji was sweating. Called the doctor, he said, Yes, he was surprised. Fever is not there because we had given such a medicine, he said. The Vishnu Sahasranama, it happened. We are not exaggerating. Yes, Swamiji has recorded it. Then he went and took snana and performed the Pradosha Puja. So for those with faith, the name of the Lord, which are greater than the Lord, more powerful than the Lord, will help like this. I give you another incident in which I am myself a witness. In 1979, the 44th year of Avabilabat, I had been camping in Mukkur, one village. I had been there to thank him for his blessings for a transfer to Chennai from Calcutta. He said, wait till tomorrow morning and then you can go. Okay. In the night he called me and said, what to do? This old man is troubling me. He himself is an old person. The GR tells me, Dai, this old man is troubling me. What to do? Said, who is that old man troubling the GR? He said, that is none other than the Ranganatha, who is sleeping in Srirangam, old person. He is telling me, build this tower, which was started by Vijayanagara temple, Vijayanagara empire, Krishnadevarayan they say, and left unfinished. The southern tower of Srirangam was called Mottai Gopuram. And it needs a tower to be built there. Look here. Every day he comes in my dream. Please, what are you doing here? Come to Srirangam. Build me the tower. I am already 84 years old. What I can do, he said. I said, what I can suggest a small fellow. I am an ordinary human being before you. But you can certainly go ahead. There is no problem. He then went and started building the tower. The biggest, highest, tallest structure of temple towers in Asia. It happened when he was 84 years old. 84 years old man collected money, crores and crores, and completed the tower and did the Kumbhabhishekam there on the day he wanted. But you know the secret which gave him the strength. The day he decided to build the tower, he started chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. He said, there will be Vishnu Sahasranama Archana for Lord Lakshmi Narasimha, the presiding deity in their mat, in morning, afternoon and in the evening. So every day, thrice, this Vishnu Sahasranama Archana chanting was done. And the project got completed. When the project was in its way, I had been to Srirangam to give a lecture on Vishnu Purana, a series of lectures. On leave I had gone. I was staying in South Chitra Street. I went to the place of the GR to offer my respects and said he should bless the series, should go on well. He asked me where I was staying, everything. And next day, I was stunned around 3 p.m. when I was taking notes for that day's lecture. The personal secretary of the GR walked in. He said, please come, GR calls you. No answer. GR is waiting, please come. GR was waiting in the car. He said, get into the car. I said, what? Get into the car, I said. So I got into the car. He took me to the place, southern temple structure, where the 13th last modern was being constructed. I want you to show how they are building. Please come. Then old man, he has a tridandam, sannyasis, and a stick for walking. These two things hit, and I was following. He entered a lift. That was not a lift. It was only carrying bricks and cement bags for the 13th floor. And the Swamiji got into that and asked me, please get in. Then he told, please hold. Don't look down. You will, yes, vertigo will come, you will fall also. Please hold. And he was nonchalant standing. And then he asked me, please join me and chant Vishwaya Namaha, Vishnave Namaha. So this is the greatness of the name. I have given the solid example of Kamakoti Pitam Kanchi Mahabhirival, who got recovered because of Vishnu Sahasranama. I have told you the incident of the 44th year of Ahobila Bhatt, who could collect that much money and conduct the consecration of the temple on the day, tower on the temple he wanted to finish. Now I have not touched the popular story of Ajamila. Normally when you ask people to talk about the greatness of the name of the Lord, they will always touch the story of Ajamila. All of you might have known Ajamila's story. So if I don't add that here, that will not be a complete lecture. I will also just touch it. Ajamila was a Brahmin from Kanyakubja, Kanoj in UP those days. Born in a family of well-educated Brahmins and devoted to their duty, he went to forest one day to collect samits and other fuel for Agnihotra and Homa. There he saw a lady, hunter's lady. That hunter lady was also in love with him the moment she saw, fell in love with him, and he started living there. He forgot God, he forgot Agnihotra, he forgot Vedas. They got children, 10 children they got. By now this Ajamila had become 90 years old. The 10th child, he had named him as Narayana. We don't know what names he gave to first 9 children. The Rishi doesn't mention that. I also searched everywhere. What names he would have given to his first 9 children is not recorded there. But the 10th child, he called him Narayana and he loved him so much. He also loved the hunter wife of his. She also loved that child very well, very much. Around one day, about 4 p.m., Ajamila had a feeling that somebody was there to carry him away from his body. They say many people get such a notice. And Ajamila, because of some luck, good luck we can say, because earlier days he was a disciplined student of Vedas, he could see some horrifying figures carrying ropes and then trying to put that rope around his neck and tighten the noose. He was shivering. At that time he felt it would be comfortable for him if he had his child by his side. Normally he should have called his first child. I don't know, first child should have gone somewhere for job or something. So the last child, the 10th child, Narayana, whom he liked, he called Narayana. O Narayana, Kanyakubje Dvijakkashchit Dasi Patiraja Milaha Namna Rashta Sadacharaha Dasya Samsargadushitaha Tasya Pravesa Putraha Dashate Shamtuyo Amaha Balo Narayano Namna Pitrosya Daito Brisham Sapasakastan Trindritva Purushanati Darunan Vakyatundan Urdhvaromana Atmanam Netumagatan Dure Kridanaka Saktam Putram Narayana Kwayam Plavitena Swarenochaihi Ajuhava Akulendriyaha Narayana, he called him, his child. He didn't mean this Narayana with Shankha Chakra, Shripati and all that. Probably when he said Narayana, he was only thinking of his child with flowing nose and unkept hair and nasty dress, playing on the street. This was the Narayana for him. But he uttered the word Narayana. Pravitena swarenochai. He wanted the child should hear this. So he shouted at a high pitch, high decibel. Pravitena swarenochai. Ajuham akulendriyaha. He called his son. At that time, these three rude people whom he saw with ropes in their hand to tie the knot and carry his soul away were pretended by four people who had come all of a sudden from nowhere. It appeared. They were like Lord Vishnu, identical with Lord Vishnu. The same blue hoop, Shankha Chakra, Gada and yellow silk dress, and everything was so fine. There were four of the Vishnu Dutas there. They were the assistants, servants of Lord Vishnu. They came there and told the three people who were the Yamadutas, said, don't take him, he is not to come to your loka. He is not your guest, he is our guest, they said. The Yama Parishad people said, you have come to wrong address. This Ajamila's whole history is with us. He has not done any good thing as far as we know. As per the Shastric literature, he has done so many bad things. He has married somebody else's wife, remarried her, and she is from a hunter's community. He had not done any of his duty properly. The only thing he did was, instead of having yajna and sacrifice, yagas, where he can offer items to the divine forces and take food, he took food whenever he felt like taking food, and he lived like a beast and produced only 10 children. And this man of so many falses and so many sins, he is only our case. He is fit to come only to our loka. I think you may kindly correct your address, they said. They said, we also come to the same Ajavada, we know all these things. This data card is with us also. But then what is how we claim him to be Vishnu Loka's guest? They said, once somebody does expiation, till will the sins be added to his name? What expiation this chap? He never did any expiation. Very sorry. He said Narayana, that was the last, and he breathed, last when he breathed, he said it is gone now. Now, this uttering the word, which is one of the names of the Lord, is the greatest expiation that one can do. So all his sins have been washed away, gone. So you have no right on his body. Only we have the claim on his soul, we have to take it. So the Yamadutas did not want to further fight with Vishnu Dutas. They went to Yama and reported. This has never happened the first time. Yama said what they said is correct. The name of the Lord, chanting the name of the Lord is the greatest expiation for all the sins one commits. One has committed, one has been committing, and one he will be committing also. See, thousands of years we have been doing sins, committing sins, and chanting the name Narayana once, how he can wash off all the sins? Engaladwan, the Acharya of Nadadurammal, in his commentary to Vishnu Purana, explains this way. There was a cave near a village. People said that cave for long nobody has visited that cave. It is full of darkness. So, thousands of years nobody had visited that cave. One research scholar came to that village. He said, I am going to see that cave. They say there are some inscriptions of Pallava time in that. So, I want to go there. But one man said, it is a dark place. What will you see there? He took the torch. He said, I will put the torch and I will see it. That man said, this torch spark, thousands of years of darkness, will this one spark wash it away, clean it away? He said, come, let us see. So he put that torch. He did not operate that for 1,000 years. Only 1 second, all the darkness had been expelled. So that is the name of the Lord. So believe this. He gives an analogy. He then said, once the torch is put on, darkness had expelled. But again, why do you want us to chant the name? He said, that is to ensure that further papas don't grasp you. So if you put the torch on, all the darkness that has been assembled there would have gone. But if you put the torch off again, darkness will come. So to ensure that no more sins catch you, you chant his name, even after the expiation has been completed. This is the greatness of the name of the Lord. Now, Alvars have sung beautifully. Tondaranipudi Alvar is Tirumalai. Sings of one good incident. This you can see in Vishnu Dharma. Vishnu Dharma is a fantastic text. He says, Yama was discussing with Mudgala. Mudgala is one saint, saintly Brahmin. He didn't know anything. He will only chant the Vishnu name, Lord Vishnu's name, and leave it like that. Once it so happened that he had to cross the hell. Yama gave him good honor and said, Maharishi, you are a great. He said, what greatness I have done, Mudgala asked. He said, you have daily been chanting the name of the Lord. What is the difficulty in chanting the name of the Lord? Mudgala asked him. Prata Krishneti Deveti Govindeti Jalpadam Madhyanne Chaparanne Cha Yomasadasa Uchyatam. To utter the name Krishna, how much energy you have to spend? Or even to say Govinda, even to say Deva, how much energy you have to spend? Nothing. So what great thing I have done. But when Mudgala was standing there, people in Naraka felt that all that hot condition of Naraka, humid, hot and difficult condition of Naraka was gradually disappearing. It looked as if the whole place had been centrally air conditioned. They were stunned. We are in Naraka, but Naraka is not supposed to be like that. Thousands and thousands of mosquitoes will bite you as they do in our Gauri Vakam in the evening. That is Naraka. But here, those mosquitoes have been expelled. What is the secret of this all out? Then they saw this Mudgala standing there. His grace has been doing all that. And when Mudgala was explained to Yama that Govinda is the name, what is the difficulty in chanting Govinda? All those at that time in the Naraka started chanting Govinda, Govinda. Then Yama said, hell was gone. Only Mudgala and Yama was standing there because all these fellows had gone to Swarga. He said, I did a mistake, Mudgala, by calling here. Now my whole profession is gone. There is no in the prison, jailer alone is there. There is no prisoner. How will it look like? Then he said, don't worry. There are many people still who don't believe in Govinda. They will come to your place. But this is the greatness of Govinda. Tondaranipudi Alvar Tirumala sings, Namanum Mudgalanum Pehesa Naragil Ninkarargal Ketka Naragame Swargamahum Nambi Naragame Swargamahum Namangaludaya Nambi Avanadu Rangamennad Ayarthi Vindu Aliyamandar Kavalil Padigara and Adanike Kavalhindre. That Ranganatha is there in Sri Lanka. His name, if chanted, will convert hell to heaven. Without knowing this, people are still suffering. That is the greatest story for me, he said. This is the greatness of Mudgala's Charitra given in Vishnu Dharma. There is another Charitra, Kshatrabandhu. Satanika is one of the descendants of Janamejaya, who wanted to know what should be the good remedy that be given by him to his people. And he was, Vaishampayana gave Shaunaka as his guru and asked him to clarify the doubts and give him lessons. At Shaunaka was explained, he gave one story about Kshatrabandhu. Kshatrabandhu was one of the descendants of a good king, but by nature he was a sadist. He would beat everybody and then cause lot of harm to them. So they threw him out of virtually their Raja palace and thrown to the forest. He became still more horrible. He used to rob, kill at mercy and enjoy. So people call him Kshatrabandhu, means he used a Kshatriya. Born to Kshatriya but not behaving like a good Kshatriya. As we are called Brahma Bandhus. We are born as Brahmins, but we are just claiming we have got a sacred that we are Brahmins. So this Kshatrabandhu was so bad that nobody came near to him. His own people disowned him. His wife, because she had married him, was always with him. One day, it was a very good day for him, fortunately without his knowledge. He saw one old man, sage, walking through the forest. He wanted to rob him, but he found that sage had nothing. So, mercy came to him himself. He asked that sage, where are you going? He said, I want to cross this forest and go to next city there. He said, Swami, you are going by a wrong route. You go by this is the correct route. But you will miss the route, so I will come with you. He accompanied him. But by the time they reached a place where there was good water available, the saint fell soon and fell down because he has not taken food for so many days. Kshatrabandhu took pity on him. Surprisingly, unlike Kshatrabandhu. He told him, I will carry you to the pond, you take your bath. And he carried him to the pond, the sage took his bath. Then he brought him some lotus, what we can say, there will be, in lotus they have got something like a corn. So he gave that to him. You eat these fruits you eat. And everything, as this was over, he said, Kshatrabandhu, you seem to be a good person, but why you are in this forest all alone like this? He said, I have been good only to one person life, that is you today. I am also surprised how I became good to you. But something in your face made me behave better with you. Then why every people disowned you? He told, it is my nature, I have been doing like that. He said, stop this. How can I stop? It is my nature. I can't do any good thing. By nature, I don't like it. Then that sage said, all right, can you do one thing? Can you say Govinda? Govinda I can say. So you beat anybody but say Govinda. You rob anybody but say Govinda. That is good for you. He just left that forest and went away. Then Kshatrabandhu started doing every looting, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. And ultimately, he got death, but was born in a better family this time, Brahmin family. And because he was chanting Govinda, Govinda in previous, now he improved, behaved very well, and was a good person. Gradually he got salvation. This is another story in Vishnu Dharma about the greatness of the Nama. So now it is 1840. 6 minutes you exceeded the time. So I will wind up with one shloka from Vedanta. He says, Ramadayita Ranga Bhu Ramana Krishna Vishnu Hare Trivikrama Janardana Triganatha Narayana Iti Vasubhadaniya Patadina Madhyayanite Natasya Amavasyata Narakapata Bhiti Kutaha. Who chant your name, O Ranganatha, who chant your name as Krishna, Vishnu, Hare, Trivikrama, Janardana, Triviganatha, Narayana, if he chants, there is no scope of his going to hell, and there is no chance of his fear of being taken to hell at any time. So let us chant the name of Lord Govinda. The name of the Lord is mightier, stronger, and easily accessible to us than the Lord. So let us chant his name and recognize, realizing the greatness of his Nama. So Govindaya Namaha. पित्रे ब्रह्मोपदेष्ट्रे मे गुरवे दैवताय च प्राप्याय प्रापकायस्तु नमः श्रीनिधये नमः। एष वै क्लुप्तो नाम यज्ञः कल्पते ह वै तत्र प्रजाभ्यो योगक्षेमः यत्रैतेन यज्ञेन यजन्ते। Hari Om. Thank you for hearing. Despite the bad throat, God got the lecture fully completed in time. Thank you. Thank you, Swami. Thank you for the encouraging words. And please accept the calendar from our family. We give a calendar here. The last page of the calendar contains a stotra and sudarshana. Which is